Hello everybody, this is the Flying Turk with another review video for you guys, and today we will be taking a look at the Boeing 737 MAX developed by iFly for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This Boeing 737 MAX is the fourth generation of Boeing 737, a narrow-body airliner manufactured by Boeing Commercial Airplanes. It succeeds the Boeing 737 Next Generation, which you also might know from BMDG 737 lineup, which is the NG or Next Generation, and that competes with the Airbus A320 family. The series was announced in August 2011, first flown in January 2016, and certified by the US Federal Aviation Administration, also known as the FAA, in March 2017. The first 737 MAX delivered to the customers was MAX 8 to Malindo Air, which accepted and began operating the aircraft in May 2017. The 737 MAX is based on earlier 737 designs with more efficient CFM International LEAP engines, aerodynamics changes including distinctive split-tip winglets and airframe modifications. The 737 MAX series has been offered in four variants with 138 to 204 seats in typical two-class configuration and a range of 3,300 to 3,850 nautical miles. That adds up to 6,110 to 7,130 kilometers approximately. The 737 MAX 7 excuse me guys, the versions we can get with this 737 MAX in real life are the MAX 7, MAX 8, MAX 9. There will also be a MAX 10 soon, if I'm correctly, which should release somewhere now. I ain't so sure about when they will release it. 737 MAX series have been plagued with a lot of difficulties in its lifespan, a lot of issues, a few fatal crashes here and there. This plane caused Boeing a lot of trouble, more than they probably expected it would be, since the 737 was such a successful series. But let's dive into the plane we have in front of us. This is the 737 MAX by iFly. In the sim, we shouldn't have any issues with MCAS. Gotta say, I love what iFly has done with this plane. I love the attention to details with these things they remove before flight. You know, the bite tube covers. You have to got the engine covers. There are a lot of small things on this plane that I didn't expect it to be here. Even this, look at the main landing or front landing gear bay. Looks nice. Has a few photos inside. As expected, I didn't expect anything else. But also some nice modeled bits. I say, a lot of people hate on these photo interiors, but I like them. At least they look realistic. But look at that detail, guys, with all these hydraulic lines running up and down. How everything has been modeled. Gotta say, iFly has done a very amazing job modeling this plane, bringing it into the sim. And I know they had it in P3D for a long while now. But still, it's lovely to see it here. Look at how slim these front tires are. And they're Michelin. Lovely, I love Michelin. Back in the day when I used to have a motorbike, I used to always prefer Michelin or Bridgestone. Also a very good brand. But look at the details, guys. Lovely. Gotta say, I'm impressed. When I first downloaded the plane today, I just have been looking around it, because it looks so amazing. The 737 by BMDG looked lovely as well, but this one, just another cake, guys. Just another thing. We will show you these engines later. Now we have the covers on them, as you can see, which they've done very nicely, I gotta say. With where they connect as well. You've even got the covers on the inside so that the birds don't get in. Very nice. Very nice. This plane is ready for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. As they have stated, it will be a free upgrade in 2024 when the sim releases and when they have their things ready for it, you know, and they know which systems or how to import the systems over to that one. And I don't think that will be a difficult thing, because in the pre-alpha there were a few players here and there that ported over planes from 2020 to that sim. So I love these attentions to detail, guys. Unnecessary details nobody will ever look in here except for me or a few guys like you. But in general, very nice modeling. Over here the landing gear as well. So it could use a little bit more weathering. Looks brand new. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 1 If you look on the outside, it looks used. But gotta say, I'm not complaining about this. It's lovely. Even the dirt and wear and tear underneath the plane, very nicely done. And by the way, for the people that don't know, we are in my favorite 737 MAX livery, or in general my favorite 737 livery as well. GOL Líneas Aéreas, or GOL Transport. This is not the best, but one of my favorite airlines in Latin America, or I should say in Brazil, because they generally fly in and around Brazil. I love them because they fly the Boeings. That's it. I just love it because they fly the Boeing. The rest of the airlines don't. But yeah, that's it for the outside model. You can see the cockpit a little bit from here. You got the new winglets, the split tip winglets. Honestly, they look nice and all, but doesn't make that much of a difference for me compared to the S&Ws, like the swept winglet, I don't know, or split winglet from the 737 NG. Looks very similar to that, only that it points out a lot more. Reminds me a bit of the Embraer ERJ 175 that has this kind of design on top as well, only not this part. Looks nice though, I'm not complaining, but I prefer the other winglet on how it looks. I just love how the engines look, guys. These shark teeth, I don't know how to call them, these perforations, they look lovely. And the sheer size of these engines, like you can see a big difference from how they are mounted as well. Because of the big size, it had to be mounted a lot more to the front and a lot higher up, for which Boeing had to change the wing design a little bit and change the pylon design as well. We will show you these engines in a short bit. We have the lights over here. Nicely modeled. Look like a photo from the outside, but it isn't. They're modeled individually, which I love. You can even see those covers closed. Some of them are open, some of them are closed. You got, I think it's a 2KU antenna or Wi-Fi. Ain't so sure about that. Let's take a look at the rudder. Oh, nice. We even got this over here. I wonder how they will implement that in 2024 in the new sim. Like, we're definitely not able to climb up planes, at least not that I have seen of. But let's see about that. We got the APU cover as well, nicely done. And we got the tail strike protection over here. Okay, nice little attention to detail. Never noticed that rounded part. And we got another pitot tube that's a little bit bent to the right side, which is accurate. Yeah, that's it for the outside model. Guys, this plane is very in-depth. There are a lot of things in this plane. There are a lot of ground services. You pretty much don't need any GSX with this plane, but let's move inside. And oh wait, I'm not gonna do that like this. Sorry, I gave you a quick sneak peek, but we're gonna do it like this. This is our cockpit, guys. We're gonna move from the cockpit towards the back because there's a lot of things I want to show you in the back that they did not have the model, but they did. This is our EFB. Only downside about this plane is the EFB. I think it looks kind of weird, kind of shitty if I might say so. I expected something else like PMDG tablet, but in some regards it's refreshing. I wish we could remove it though, like when you're in flight, at least turn it or stow it somewhere, like pressing here and it would go there. It looks a bit off if you ask me. Like I understand it looks like this 777, old 777 EFB style, but nah, not really my thing. But yeah, I get it. But this is our cockpit, very nicely modeled, very similar to PMDG, gotta say. It's a 737 cockpit. If you know how to fly the PMDG 737, you will not have a hard time flying this. You even have this thing for dropping the landing gear, the gravity drop. I say I really like how these screens look on the 737 MAX compared to the NG. I love the NG, don't get me wrong, and I will still fly it. I will even do a comparison video soon for you guys comparing this plane to PMDG 737 to see what they both do good and what they both do a little bit less good. Comparison is important, guys. We need to know what the differences are between the 737 MAX and between the NG. Like for the people that have a sharp eye, they will notice that something is different over here. When you turn on the APU, you don't have that clock over here anymore. I have not been able to find it. It might be somewhere else. Because this is for the cabin climb. It's for temperature. Might it be this one? Honestly, I don't know. It should be somewhere here though. I have not been able to close this cover though. If anybody has an idea, let me know. Like, whatever I do, I just cannot seem to close it. This one I can. Oops. Nope. Look. The click spots are a bit weird, I gotta be honest with you. Anyways, let's keep that closed for now. We will dive into the cold and dark in a moment. This is the door. Nothing special. We have something like a mirror over here, which is nice. It opens. PMDG. A door that opens. If you have a door, it shouldn't be too hard to implement this into it. Opening and closing door, but anyways. Let's close it. And over here, we have a lavatory. Oh, by the way, Saída. This is Portuguese, lovely. I don't know who did this interior, but they did a very good job. You can enter the lavatory. Look. We don't have a reflection, we're a ghost, but you can enter the lavatory. Let's see, can we flush? No, we cannot flush. But you could take a digital shit. Like, oppa, sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet? Nah, okay. You can even open it up if you don't like that. You can close it back up. Very weird little attention to detail, but I love it. It was unnecessary. Oh, by the way, and if you have a baby, you can get the baby on top of this plank. Lovely. Close the door. Let's take a look at here. This is the crew area where they prepare your food, where they store your food and where they have your drinks and name it, coffee and all the extra stuff. Some other nice attention to detail is you can go up close to the doors. I love how these doors look lovely. But you can open it up by touching the door. And the animations look nice. Very nice. Can we close it? Yes, if you go outside a little bit, you can touch it and you can close it. And you can even hear the gust lock. Or airlock, name it. However you like to name it. This is the goal, Linhas Areias. Lovely. Can we read these stickers? Life vest under center armrest. Fasten seatbelt while seated. Lovely. I love how these first class seats look in the 737 MAX. Very lovely. Another nice attention to detail. You can open up the trays in first class. You can sit. you can sit like here with these big ass seats, big ass trays as well. They did a very nice job modeling this. Can we open the footrest? Nope, we cannot. We have one screen. They need to share. Still, there is a screen, so they shouldn't complain. It's kind of weird though. Just one screen for them. And I suppose these guys have their own screens, right? Do they? Hey. Invisible wall. Oh no, these don't have screens. I think I saw the Turkish Airlines one. That one had a screen. And you can open and close these up individually. The sunshades. Which is a lovely attention to detail, guys. I love this. Honestly. The seats look also nice. You also have the buttons modeled into the seats. IFLY did a very good job. I'm very impressed with this plane. First product I have from IFLY and definitely not disappointed. Another nice attention to detail. Very unnecessary, but you can open up the overhead bins. And you can do it like all the way. If you want to make like a movie in Microsoft Flight Simulator, this is probably the plane to take because it looks so good and so accurate. Look at how these things have been modeled as well. Like, you will never sit here, you will never pay attention to this, but dang it, I'm impressed. You cannot press the buttons, I wasn't expecting them to be pressable, but wow. They did such a lovely job on this plane. Guys, if you don't have the plane, dang it, it's really worth it. I've been impressed by this a lot. can open up that one. You cannot open up this way, but you can open these doors through another way. Through the EFB, you have the ability to open them. Can we open this? Nope. Well, we don't need the life raft anyway, so that's not a big deal for me. Excuse me. So let's go all the way over to the back of the plane. So in general, it looks lovely in this plane. And I have been a passenger in the 737 MAX with Gol, and guys, it looks exactly the same. I've been impressed. You can enter the rear bathroom as well. Same deal over here. You can open and close this, open that part as well. Why would you do it? I don't know, but it's doable. Here we have the jump seats for the crew, for all four of them. You cannot open up the jump seat, at least not yet. Maybe they will implement that in the future. Do they need to? Honestly, not. I would never use that. Would never open it. Generally, we will be spending our time up here in the cockpit. Doors closed. Nice. Let's see. We have all these buttons over here, which are not operable, which is fine. We can move this though. Interesting. Okay. Interesting thing. Only thing I don't like about the 737 MAX, it doesn't have the eyebrows windows anymore, which the older models did. Oh yeah, another nice little attention to detail, which also is very unnecessary, but I've noticed it before when I was testing out the plane. You can move this light. Why you would do that, I have no idea, but you can do it. These seats look extremely comfortable. Very similar to PMDG, but personally, I think these look a bit nicer. But PMDG has its own good points as well. Like, I don't want to bash on them. They have a very nice plane. I love the 737 MAX, all of them, and or 737 NG. Excuse me. I get confused with the with the names of the planes because there are so many at this point. But anyways, I love all of them. PMDG is definitely not a disappointment in any ways. It's a very high quality product. Okay, we're gonna play with this again. There we go. Can we close this one as well? Ah, finally! I was not able to close it before. Okay. Why are you beeping? Oops, we had throttle all the way up to front. My bad, guys. Excuse me. Okay, this is the EFB. Let's show you the EFB. You have a lot of things on this. You have airport map. You can search for maps. Performance. You have video. Why you would use it? Don't know. Ah, by the way, I forgot to show you one thing. The famous curtain, guys, to separate the peasants from the rich dudes. You can press it and close it, which is a lovely attention to detail. I love to see this all the way from here to there, but if you like this, go ahead, be my guest. You can close it and close yourself off from the people sitting in the back. Okay, let's close that door again. I remembered when I saw it in the video feed. Here we go. You can choose another feed, look at the door, and another one. Look at our door. Okay, to go back, you go here. And by the way, this is not turned on its own. There's the power button. You press it, it goes off. You press it, it comes on. We have video, performance and payload, speaks for itself. I still have to figure out how this works, but we will do that later on tonight in the live stream. Terminal charts. Yeah, this is via Navigraph, so don't get too excited about this. You press the arrow back to go back. Ident page 737 MAX 8, that's what we are. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is also very useful. The ID. And time, by the way. You can go to system page. Oh, why does it start here? There we go. Like if you press system page, then you go and you greet it with this page. There are no faults yet. You can press this, set certain data over here, minimum runway length, name it, whatever you would like. You could restart. There we go. You could go to see menu. From here you can set certain failures, you can sign into ACARS, get your SimBrief ID in this case. I didn't know it was here, good that I've seen that. You can go to failures, set certain failures. I'm not gonna do that for the time being. I still am learning the 737 MAX and I don't wanna deal with any failures at this point. You can save and load. Let's see what this is all about. Yeah, you can save a flight plan and load it from here again if you do certain flights a lot. Makes life easier. You can get panel styles. Guys, this is very in-depth. I'm not gonna dive into this, but you can customize this plane to your liking. You need to check it out if you get this plane. You can get pushback, super useful as well. I prefer using GSX, but if you don't have GSX, go with this. Ground support, this is where the magic happens. The chokes you set from here. Let's connect everything we can. And if you want to go down, page down. You don't want to know how long I've been looking at that button and how to go down. But we're connecting everything. Do a battery reset. Page down, everything here is connected. These are the covers. Let's get rid of the covers. There we go. Engine covers as well. Oh, cones. Yeah, let's get rid of it, we don't need it. And let's show you the radome, which is also an interesting thing. But the covers have not gone yet. To get rid of them, press set. And there they're gone, and there all the other stuff is deployed as well. That we have set as active. And there you can see, we have the radar underneath. Crazy, eh? Not many planes in the sim can do this. Crazily enough, a few Captain Sim planes are able to do this, but yeah, there you go. This one has it as well. Now the 737 MAX is smiling at you. Oh, look at how cute he looks. But anyways, guys, let's move back into plane. Let's set that to close. Okay, let's check it out outside, what we have. I don't know what everything is, I'm gonna be honest with you. Stairs speak for themselves. By the way, before we do that, let's go one menu back. I'm gonna show you everything outside later, but we're gonna show you this as well. Refuel, you can get refueling truck, name it, valve open, valve closed, speaks for itself. Doors, you can open up all the doors on this plane. Ooh, by the way, we're gonna do one thing quickly. Electric. We're gonna remove the front stairs and I will show you why. Okay, doors. Let's open up all the doors on the plane. And look, these doors are only available on the 8200 or 8200, which is the high capacity variant of the 737 MAX 8, which we don't have yet. I probably did not install it. There is an air stair on this plane which you can install. Let's see where that is. Pushback ground support, maybe here? Connected. Yeah, there are so many things with this plane. I still have not mastered these menus. Let me see, it was somewhere. No, it should be here. Then under this, save and load, pushback, ground support, doors. No, I know for a fact there is. Oops. Let's close Navigraph. Huh. I know I've seen it, guys. I'm not crazy. I've seen an option to enable it, but I don't know where it is anymore. Performance and payload. Nope. Maybe? No. No, it should be here. Application preferences. Nope. I cannot find it anymore. Maybe it's not equipped on this plane. It should be somewhere though. I was sure that I saw it before, yet unable to find it now. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste too much time on that. Let's show you on the outside how this looks. We have catering trucks over here. Baggage. Fuel loading up. Of course, it will look better with GSX, I'm gonna be honest. But these things are modeled specially for this. So, it is its own charm, just like the PMDG ground services. They're modeled specially for this plane, so they work exactly as they should be. They're in the exact same spot. Until we have some GSX profiles, I'm not gonna mess too much with GSX. You know, if you wanna get a nice photo, this is probably the way to go. Only thing I don't like, which I think looks a bit cheap, are the catering trucks. These could have been done a bit better, or with a better photo, or these or some weathering on it. It just looks like buff. You know, there you go. These parts look a bit cheap as well, if you ask me. Could have been better, but I'm not gonna complain. You at least get it right. There are a lot of other planes that you just don't get it with. Let's close up all the doors. A lot of noise. Ground support. Disconnect. Forward. Maybe the air stairs were in here. Close. Interesting. I was sure that I saw it somewhere. I'm still preoccupied with that, which is fine. And guys, there they are. Look at the CFM engines. Look at these blades. Look at how they look. This is probably one of the best engines in the sim so far. Look at the front blades. You have the rear separator ones. I'm not a jet pilot, or I'm not an engineer, so I don't know exactly what is. But wow, this looks amazing. One of the best engine designs in the sim. I love the 737 NG engines as well, but I gotta say, I love the sheer size of these. For the people that know, they know. These just look so much more menacing compared to that one. And the sound, guys. That's something else. But okay, let's move inside and let's get this plane all started up. Startup procedure is pretty much the same as 737 NG. Nothing too different here. Go to APU, turn our good friend APU on, which was turned on. Let's turn on the generators. Okay, these have been turned on. Probe heat. And as usual, the Flying Turk will do a quick takeoff performance for you guys to show you how this looks. APU bleed can go on. This goes up very quickly. It goes extremely quickly, if I may say so, compared to the NG. I think the PMDG one does some things a little bit better, but it might be also because this is the Max 8, right? So I cannot say too much about that. Let's turn on all the lights, because we will show you how this plane looks at nighttime. Oh, you can set them to flash. They're flashing every once in a while. Nice. Okay, anyways. Usual thingies. We go here. These values should start coming up. Or I have forgotten something. That's also a big possibility. Ground, my bad. I turned it to the wrong side. Okay, well, that's being said, let's check out the FMC. FMC. Position. This is exactly the same as PMDG or any Boeing FMC. If you know how to play or how to fly the 737 NG from PMDG, you will feel very comfortable with this one. If you know how to fly the PMDG's 777, you will feel comfortable with this one. Even the base Asobo 747, you will feel comfortable with this one. It's a bit better integrated than base Asobo, of course, but it's exactly on par with PMDG if you ask me. Nothing too different over there, and these are the 737 MAX screens turned on for you guys. The famous 4 big screens. Honestly, I don't see too much difference between the NG and this one. Practically the same. Oh, and by the way, you can open up the window if you wanna pop your head out, get some hot air inside the cabin, hot Brazilian air. Why not, right? Okay. Engine is turning on, fuel control switch. Hoppa. Let's set flaps to 5. There we go. Hey, what is that? That's a nice little detail. If you wanna do it manually, you can pop out the handle. I've never seen that before. I've never seen PMDG do that. Is it necessary? Definitely not, but wow. Only thing I miss from PMDG is these clickable spots. This is a bit weird, I gotta say. Yeah, it will take some time to get used to this. Or I will have to set up my peripherals to accommodate this plane. There we have one engine spinning, and guys, I need to turn on the game sound for you guys so you can hear it. I will be quiet for a short while, bear with me, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, guys, that was the sound of the engines turning on the 737 MAX. They are extremely loud. Well, they're a bit quieter than the 737 NG, but wow, what a menacing sound they have. It's incredible. I gotta say, I love the NG sound, but wow, I'm in love with this one. Oh, by the way, one thing I don't really like about this plane is it's nice the yaw goes up and down like PMDG, but sorry, I don't like this. How it looks. Looks a bit cheap. A bit. Might be because of how the 737 MAX is manufactured, but still not really a big fan of that. This panel is changed a bit. I cannot spot the weather radar. Maybe it's not implemented. Let's turn on all the panel lights, show you how that looks. Floodlights as well. Because we want to see how this plane looks, right guys? There we go. Put these lights on as well. And by the way, this is one of my long reviews, but this is a very in-depth plane, guys, so I'd rather keep it a long one than keep you guys disappointed, or get you guys disappointed, because dang it, this plane just needs attention and love. I love Boeing. It's my preferred plane. So I'm gonna take my time to review it properly. Okay. We should be set. Yeah, we have one ground service which I forgot to disconnect. Let's check quickly. Okay. Let's get rid of that. We're gonna not request any clearance. Let's just do... oh shit. We forgot one thing. The chokes. Otherwise we will not move anywhere. Okay, no more chokes. Let's show you reverse thrust. And let's give you the sound as well. One moment. And this plane is fast, guys. Reverse is extremely fast. There's a lot of thrust in this one. Okay, one moment. Yeah, I've put down the game volume a little bit more. Otherwise, you will not be able to hear me. Taxiing this plane, extremely easy. A lot. It's like now this is the king of taxiing in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's super easy. You can turn almost immediately. There are some planes in this sim that are extremely difficult. So it might be a bit too sensitive as well. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love how it behaves, I love how it sounds, how it handles, but there might be some people that don't like it, that prefer a more... Oops. Yeah, we got this bump here in Victoria. Hey, we got the second one. It was removed and it came back. Okay. Don't mind that, please. Oops. Got me a little bit off center. We're gonna go to runway 02 and take off towards the sea. Fly across... well, we'll fly near the shoreline and then we will do a quick landing. Let's see how the Flying Turk can land the 737MAX. I have some experience in the 737NG, I cannot deny that, but the Max is a different beast. It taxis a lot faster though. You need to be really careful with your throttle. Okay, before we take off, I want to show you how this plane looks at nighttime. So let's make it nighttime. There we go. And this would be your night lighting on the outside. Gotta say, lovely. Oh, we forgot to do one thing. Logo as well, because we want our logo lights. There we go. Yeah, guys, this is probably the best 737 in the sim so far, at least if you ask me. BMDG is very good, I'm not gonna deny it. I love their products, but we got a Max. Look at how it looks, look at how it sounds. Say it's menacing. I wish BMDG had revealed this or came out with this, but I'm happy IFLY did as well. I'm not gonna complain about that. Let's go here, let's show you how speed brakes look. They extend a bit too fast, but this is still the pre-alpha version that the stream or beta version that the streamers were using in their stream before, like the YouTubers, to market it. But yeah, it's the same version. We didn't have a different version now. I'm happy they chose to release it as is, because honestly I'm willing to fly it as is. We've been flying the FSS E190 or E-Jet series for a long time as a pre-alpha or an early access, not a pre-alpha, it's more like a beta at this point. So I really don't mind flying this plane like this. I'm open to the journey. Yeah, you won't hear me complain about it. This plane is such lovely to taxi it onto the runway because of the turning radius. Okay, I will put up game volume a bit more for you guys so you can hear the takeoff sound. I'll be back in a quick second. guys, this is the 737 MAX in the air above Brazil. This is Vitoria, and we're flying towards Vila Velha. Like those buildings you can see over here. This is the part of Vila Velha. We will do a turn to the or a bank to the left when we're flying over there, and come back towards our airport, and we will land on runway 20. I have not set up a flight plan just for demonstrational purposes at this point. I will do that later on in another video. I will show you guys how to do those things. Generally, this plane is lovely to fly. I'm gonna say you can feel there are a few things not correct, at least if you ask me, or it might be because of the difference between the NG and the Max that I'm a little bit offset about it. It feels a bit too fast, I wanna say, but might be also because we have no load, right? I will have to try it later on in my stream tonight and see how it will behave with some load, with some passengers even. See how that will be. Okay, we're turning a bit early because this video has been extremely long so far, and I don't want to keep you guys waiting anymore, or any longer than needed. And guys, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel of the Flying Turk. I highly appreciate your support. We're doing an extreme bank angle. I love how it shows it on the screen. And if you do full spoilers while in the air, it doesn't deploy all the way, which is nice to see. Yes. Yeah, this is not proper procedural, but it will be a very high approach as well. Let's bank a bit more. Let's drop flaps. Yep, we know. Let's drop gear. I gained a lot more altitude than I expected. See if we will be able to slow down. You can bank very quickly as well in this plane, which I think is kinda weird. Okay, we will do a very fast landing. So otherwise this video will take way too long. This will be a horrible landing. This plane is very slippery, it doesn't lose any speed. Wow, minus 344, that was horrible. But on the ground it stops very fast, which is interesting. Yeah, they need to fix the nose wheel steering. This is a bit too extreme at this point. I get it, it's nice and all, but it's a bit too much of the good stuff. They really need to fix that. But I hope they will address these things. iFly seems to be a very good developer, at least so far. So let's see what we will get further down the road from them. I'm gonna say, well, in the air it felt a little bit toyish. I'm not gonna deny. I still prefer how the 737 from PMDG feels. It feels heavy and clunky. And I know this is the Max, has better performance and name it all, but yeah, it's not a light plane. So I would like it to feel a little bit more like it as well. The Phoenix A319, 20, and 21, name it, those feel heavy in the air as well, and this one should have that too. Because it's not a small jet, even though it has powerful engines. Ain't a small plane, so it needs to have some weight. It's too easy to control. It might be because of my peripherals as well. Difficult word for me to pronounce. But MD-11 was like that in the beginning as well, and they changed a few things and it became a lot more heavy and sluggish, which I like. I think these planes need it because they are airliners. But anyways, guys, so far I'm extremely happy with the IFLY 737MAX. And I know it's not a finished product that we have bought. It's very close to finished. and it has a few rough edges to be polished out, and I know they will. I trust iFly. So far they have not disappointed me, and I don't think they will disappoint us, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. Take care, everybody. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in another video or in another live stream. Bye bye.